Have you ever fallen in love with someone your family would never approve of? I was 24 when I first met Layla at the community college library. She was sitting cross-legged on a table, barefoot, reading out loud to herself with a sharp pen between her teeth. Everything about her screamed chaos and defiance. I had never spoken to someone like her before. Someone who rolled their eyes at rules. Someone who dyed their hair blue and then purple and then shaved it off entirely. I was raised by my grandparents. Church every Sunday. Meals at 5. No dating until marriage. No speaking unless spoken to. And absolutely no association with people like Layla. People they'd call confused or wayward or just looking for attention. But Layla noticed me. She called me the guy with a spine made of apology, and I didn't even know how true that was until I heard her say it. I started helping her with her assignments. At first, just math, then late-night coffee runs, and eventually I was texting her every morning and falling asleep rereading our messages at night. The first time I brought her home to meet my grandparents, it wasn't even intentional. We had missed the last bus and she needed a place to crash. I tried to warn her, told her not to say too much, not to talk about politics or tattoos or anything sensitive, but Layla didn't do fake. She walked in wearing a jacket with safety pins for buttons and greeted my grandmother with a grin and a, "Hello, beautiful." My grandparents said nothing that night, but the silence was louder than slurs. The next day, my grandfather pulled me aside and told me to think carefully about the path I was heading down, that I was still salvageable, but only if I stopped playing house with people who don't believe in God. I told Layla. She laughed. What, like I'm a charity case who ruined your moral credit score? But behind the jokes, I could tell it stung. She started pulling away. Little things at first. Fewer texts. Canceled plans. One day, she stopped coming to class altogether. I tracked her down in the city, sleeping on a friend's couch, eating one meal a day. I asked her why she was doing this, why she was punishing herself. She didn't answer, just looked at me with tired eyes and said, "You don't get it. You'll always have a home to go back to. I won't." That night, I kissed her forehead and told her, "If you don't have a home, then we'll build one." We moved in together 2 weeks later. It was a shoebox apartment with water-stained ceilings and a broken heater, but we made it work. We bought plants, mismatched plates, and a blanket from a thrift store that still smelled like someone else's perfume. And for a while, I believed that love was enough. But then came the wedding invitation from my cousin. A big family affair. I RSVP'd yes before even thinking, desperate to feel normal again. I didn't tell Layla. I didn't invite her. She found the invite while cleaning, and the look on her face was worse than a slap. She didn't yell. She just whispered, "You're still ashamed of me," and walked out. I didn't follow her. The wedding day came. I sat in the pew surrounded by cousins I hadn't seen in years. My grandmother kissed my cheek. My grandfather clapped me on the back like a soldier returning from war. For a moment, I felt safe. And then I saw Layla at the very back, in the same thrifted jacket, just watching. She didn't say a word, just gave me the smallest nod. I excused myself and ran after her. She thought I'd come to apologize, but I didn't. I told her I wasn't sorry for choosing her. I was only sorry for not doing it loud enough. I told her that if she gave me one more shot, I'd never make her stand outside the life we built together. She said okay, just one word, but it was enough. We didn't talk to my grandparents for almost a year. Then my grandfather got sick, and suddenly old grudges weren't worth it anymore. When I brought Layla to the hospital, he didn't say much, just squeezed her hand and nodded once. My grandmother sent us a box of homemade bread the next week. We still don't go to church, but sometimes we send flowers on Easter.